This is by far one of the most interesting headsets I have ever used. So this is a bit awkward for me. So I've never really done an unboxing video before. In fact, this is quite literally a first for me. You know, just having a camera and a box. So while awaiting the launch of the Quest 3 so I can upgrade my Quest 2, I was reached out to by DPVR with an offer to review and... Hi, sorry to interrupt, but I explained this very poorly in my initial unboxing. So DPVR reached out to me with an offer to review their E4 headset and showcase it for you all to see. So while I did get this headset for free from them, all my opinions on this headset are my own, and I'm going to pretend that I paid for this headset, just so you know I'm as brutally honest as I possibly can be. Because I personally wouldn't showcase something I think is not worth your guys' time or money. I respect y'all too much for that. Anyway, with that little disclaimer out of the way, here's the rest of the video. Anyway, enough of this intro crap. Let's cut it open and see what's inside. That did not do anything. And there it is. There we go. Okay. I hope I didn't break anything. There we are. Oh! Oh my goodness. Okay. So here's the headset. Very nice, very clean. Here's the adapter to hook it up to your PC. So this is a PCVR exclusive headset. This doesn't have standalone. It is just for PCVR. So the first thing I noticed from this headset, just picking it up, is that it is very light. But another cool feature about this headset that I didn't realize is that this little thing right here, you see this little knob right there? Allows you to do that. Allows you to flip up the headset, which is very nice. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to try this thing out when I get back to my dorm. I'm just gonna box this up, bring this back to my dorm, and I'll let you guys know what I think about it when I have time to review it. Thanks, Past Me. So I've had a few weeks to play around with this headset and test it out, and it's a pretty solid headset. But is it worth investing in? To determine that for you, the viewer, I'm gonna break down my experience into a few smaller categories, and also throw in some input from a friend of mine. Let me in! Let me in! This is my friend 3110. I play Dungeons & Dragons with him on occasion, and he owns a Valve Index. Anyway, let's get to it. Setup for this headset is very easy. Not as easy as a Quest 2 or Quest 3 standalone setup, but not the rocket science bullcrap with base stations that most other PCVR headsets use. All you need to do is install the DPVR software, make sure everything is plugged in and is detected by the software, draw a play space, and launch SteamVR. That's pretty much it. It uses the same inside-out tracking that the Quest 2 does, using built-in cameras to keep track of where you are, and tracking rings for their controllers. One thing I did notice is that the headset can struggle a little bit with dimmer lighting that the Quest 2 wouldn't have too many issues with, but if you have a well-lit play space, then you should be fine. Not needing to utilize base stations is huge though, as without them, you can just jump in and play whenever, and it's really nice. But okay, setting up the headset can be nice, but that literally doesn't mean shit if you don't consider. So when it comes to testing how any headset will perform, from this video onward, I will be running my headsets through what I call the Bone Saber and VRChat test. Basically, I'm running these headsets through these very popular titles to see how they perform. I don't have Bone Lab on Steam, but I do have Boneworks, so we're just gonna go with that. 3110 also played Minecraft in VR. Across all these titles, this headset ran very well. All the games ran very smoothly and looked fantastic. Starting with Beat Saber, the headset unsurprisingly runs well. However, if you're looking for a super top-notch Expert Plus level slashing experience through endless amounts of cubes, you might want to hold on for a second. As of this video's upload, the controllers have a slight delay with faster movements, which works fine for slower songs or you're just bad like me. But if you're looking for something else, like, I don't know, Ghost on Expert Plus, you might want to hold off for a minute. That being said though, this is an issue that DPVR is working to fix. So eventually, this issue should be resolved, and you will be able to play Beat Saber normally. All the other games didn't really have any issues either, aside from Boneworks. For some reason, the hands don't line up with the controllers, which can be a bit awkward, but this isn't an issue exclusive to the headset itself, and is possibly fixed in Bone Lab. But again, I don't own Bone Lab on SteamVR, so I couldn't test it. Blade and Sorcery was fine. VRChat was, well, VRChat. I think anything can run VRChat at this point. And Minecraft also ran pretty well, according to 3110, as there weren't any issues during the actual play session with, him playing it. The headset uses the same resolution and Fresnel lenses as the Quest 2, The field of view is easily the widest I've seen out of any consumer headset, and the visuals are much better than any other headset that uses USB-C connection because of the DisplayPort connection. But how does it feel to wear for long periods of time? It feels very comfortable. As I mentioned in my short unboxing, the headset is very light. The headset weighs in at about 280 grams without the head strap, and around 350 to 400 grams without it. And when you compare it to other headsets, it's no wonder this thing feels so light. It is more than half as light as the Valve Index, and is significantly lighter than the Quest 2 and Quest 3. The head strap further utilizes this lightweight design by being a similar build to that of the PSVR 2, with the same around the head design with an adjustable knob at the back. It also has a small strap on the top to help balance the headset a bit better on your head. So with a good balance on the top of your head from multiple points of contact, in combination with the lightweight design, it's very comfortable to wear for long periods of time. But this headset also has one very sneaky feature that I don't think any other headset on the market does: that flip-up design. This is such a good idea, and I wish other headsets had this. Need a drink of water? Flip up your headset and grab your cup. Your cord got stuck? Flip up the headset and fix it. Your roommate got locked out of your apartment for the 17th time this week? You should probably take out the headset for that, but if you don't want to, flip it up and go help it. It is such an underrated feature to quickly take yourself in and out of VR in literally a flick of the wrist. And this feature is not only useful for adjusting things outside of VR, but it's also good for newer players who want that option to hop in and out of VR super quickly. It also just looks really funny when you do it in game. The strap, the lightweight of the headset, and the flip-up design make this much more comfortable than most headsets out of the box, and won't require any other accessories in the long run. Now, it sounds like I've been hyping up this headset as the greatest headset on the market, but as with other headsets, it has its issues. Before I actually do get into this section, I did send all these issues to DPVR, and the representative said that they are working on fixing most of these software-based issues. So while these issues are present now, they may not be in the future. So the first thing I want to address is the strain this thing can have on your PC. I have a fairly powerful PC, not necessarily one of the top of the line ones, but one that's at most probably a couple years old. And despite this powerful PC, I noticed this headset takes up a lot more processing power than, say, the Quest 2 over Link. Which, if you have a really powerful PC, this shouldn't be too big of an issue. However, if you have a lower end PC, this might put more strain on your PC than it can handle. This headset is advertised as being able to run at 120Hz, but I was unable to try this feature due to my GPU not being powerful enough. And while running this at 90Hz, both the PC and my headset got noticeably warm. The headset was never so hot that it was uncomfortable, but it was definitely noticeably warmer after long play sessions. The speakers and microphone on this thing are definitely something to be desired. The speakers get the job done, but the quality feels somewhat worse than the Quest 2, which isn't known for having great speakers either. The microphone also has kind of a similar issue. Let me just play a test of both of them so you know what they sound like.
Okay, this is me testing the Quest 3 microphone. Testing.
This is a test of the microphone quality on the E4. This is a test of the microphone quality on the E4.
In addition, the microphone usually picked up the audio from my speaker, which led to a very awkward situation for my friend in VRChat.
Hello.
Okay, dude, it's this guy. I heard the ghost. I heard it.
Now, DPVR has started including a free pair of earbuds with their headsets, which is quite nice, but it feels kind of like a temporary solution versus the actual solution of just improving the speakers and microphone. Finally, as I mentioned earlier, the controllers need a bit of work software-wise. They work fine for slower movements and are definitely usable, but if you're planning to become a top 500 Beat Saber god, you might want to wait until the software on these things is fully updated. Fast movements in FPS games and general combat games are fine, but for ones like Beat Saber where it requires excessively fast movements, you're definitely gonna notice some delay. Also, just a bit of a nitpicky thing, if you're someone with a larger build like me, the controllers might feel a bit small. They are pretty much identical to the Quest 2 controllers, but are just a bit slimmer, and after long play sessions, did kind of start putting some strain on my hands. But if you're an average sized person with average sized hands, this won't be a problem. So now we come down to the price of this thing. This headset costs $550. For a PCVR headset, that is a very good price. And on top of that, DPVR routinely holds sales for the E4, and also sells refurbished headsets for the exact same price as the Quest 2. This price puts it in the budget-friendly range for anyone looking to get into VR for the first time, or for anyone who already owns a Quest 2 but wants a more dedicated PCVR headset. Despite some of its issues, this is definitely the best value headset on the market right now for PCVR. So if you're looking for a good quality PCVR headset for a good price, this is definitely a headset I recommend trying out. But what do y'all think? Would you pick up one of these headsets yourselves? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing. And check out my weekly live streams right here on YouTube. And with that, I have nothing else to say. Have a good night, y'all.